And countdown. I was giving you a chance to start, Kate.
I usually start? I don't remember.
No, I usually do, but then without telling you, I was like, oh, maybe you should start.
I was thinking about it being your birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday! Happy birthday! I forgot.
Thank you. It's my birthday.
Is there a special birthday-themed cocktail that you have mixed up for today?
Oh, damn. You know what? Yeah. It's not our one cocktail that's available, but I can make an exception.
What?
It's definitely. And you know what? Because it's my birthday, I'm gonna make it an alcoholic cocktail.
Okay.
Okay, so Kate, do you remember birthday cake shots?
I have a very bad memory of them, but yes.
Wait, tell me what is your bad memory of it?
I think just probably doing one too many and like not following the liquor before beer rule.
Right. Yeah. We learned those. Yeah, we definitely learned those the hard way at Jameson's in our hometown.
Do you know? I actually don't think I've ever been there.
What?
Yeah.
Where did you have a birthday cake shot?
In the city somewhere.
Oh, I literally thought it was like an invention of Jameson's.
No, I think a lot of bartenders know them. But what is your birthday cake drink right now?
I was going to do a birthday cake shot.
I'm into it. I'm ready.
Okay, so this is going to be 1/2 shot of Frangelico.
Okay.
Which not everybody always has. It's not really used for anything but this. And then a 1/2 shot of vodka, which explains the bad experiences. Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to make a cocktail-sized birthday cake shot, and we can, enjoy that as much as you can really enjoy that. So I'm going to make 2 of those.
I'll sip on it.
And I'm going to throw some sprinkles in there. Because we actually have all that stuff. We just, choose not to use it.
There are very strict rules in place to ration the beverage.
Yeah, we can't be buying liquor left and right, we gotta really ration it. And it makes people appreciate it more, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this is a special treat.
I mean, your reaction when I said we were gonna have an alcoholic drink in this bar.
I know, as a regular.
Even though it's Frangelico and vodka.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Okay, well
I wish we could manifest edible glitter too. I wish we had that.
I probably have regular glitter.
I would consume that.
All right, let's throw it in there.
Just a little bit couldn't hurt. Thank you.
Ah, who is that I see? Is that Nicole Orabona? Is she the company member of Spit&vigor?
Hey guys, I'm just over here at the end of the bar, eavesdropping like a weirdo.
She's been there the whole time.
You've been there the whole time?
I've been here the whole time.
I'm so sorry. Let me offer you a birthday cake cocktail.
I actually brought my own bottle of red wine. Is it okay if I open it?
Yeah, that's how we roll here.
Great.
Yeah. There are no rules at the Velvet Curtain.
Excellent.
I would $5 corking fee though.
That's fine. Do you accept Monopoly money?
Yeah, that should be
fine. If I tip in real money.
Perfect. Yes, that was my next question.
Great.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I like that you have a mixture of both.
Yeah. You have to keep your portfolio diverse.
Mm. Yeah, that's what my accountant always says. He's a big proponent of Monopoly money.
Interesting. I need to get you the number of the accountant.
Yeah, he only has like a can on a string, and he's actually up in the loft. We'll get him down later. He had a little bit too much Frangelico.
He's been here the whole time too.
Yeah, there's people all over this place, Kate. You think you're the only customer, but you're the only one that's visible.
I do. Oh my gosh, what a narcissist I am.
I could talk to that accountant, actually. I have to do my taxes still, so once he sleeps it off, it might be a good person to chat with.
That does not sound good.
Taxes?
Yeah. But you can write off your unemployment now. 10 grand.
I saw,
that.
we saw, that was exciting.
It is very exciting.
I'm employed at the bar here, but I do get paid in Monopoly money, so that actually, I probably should apply for unemployment.
So that counts as unemployment, probably.
It probably does, actually. I could probably write off like thousands of dollars of Monopoly money because they're very generous with my stipend, but it is not real money.
Interesting.
Kate, do you know Nicole?
Nicole and I have met on Zooms, and that's it.
Yeah.
We are Zoom acquaintances, I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm dying to know more about you, Nicole.
Yeah, it's so strange during these times. Like, I've met so many collaborators only over Zoom and like keep up with them only via like Instagram and Facebook. Like Clara and I did a lot of readings together over the summer, and now we're like very good friends on Instagram.
Oh, that's so nice.
Kate, Nicole is referring to Clara Cundon, I believe, who is an actor extraordinaire.
Yes, and she was in Luna Eclipse with us.
Yes. Yes, Luna Eclipse, our live stream production.
Yeah, a live stream production that Nicole and I, who are quarantining, are the people who we got to be in it as well.
Yeah, we've totally been in a show together and never been in the same room together.
It's true.
Wild.
Yeah. I mean, technically, the end of the bar is in
the same room. So but like, you know, it's so far away. And also, like, I don't really know what human contact is anymore.
Yeah, we do try to separate all of our bar stools with dramatic curtains.
Yeah.
So
that's why Kate didn't know that anyone else was here the whole time.
She's surrounded by curtains. That's why we call it the velvet curtain.
The velvet curtain.
That's part of the reason, yeah. Part of the reason also is that the bar is made of velvet curtains. We used to drape the velvet curtains over the bar, and we would just kind of serve drinks on it. And it got so sticky from all the drinks we spilled on it that we just took the bar out, and it just stays like that.
It's like an illusion.
Yeah, we just gotta worry about the health department coming through.
You know,
me and Kate have a signal for when the health department's here. She meets them at the door, and then you have to make the sound of a whippoorwill.
What is the sound of a whippoorwill?
Kate, show us the sound of a whippoorwill. Yeah. So it's like really casual. So he has no idea,
no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
I did have a bar manager or owner once who would always flirt with the health inspector and wear low-cut shirts and make sure we got high grades. It worked in New York City.
Wow, that surprises me because every health department official I've ever made has been like the driest individual. So that's actually shocking to me.
I think that's why they were like, "Oh yeah, this hot mama's flirting with me." Ooh.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, Kate and I are meeting through the magic of the internet.
It's true.
And that's where theater is right now, unfortunately. But hopefully soon we'll be back in the same rooms. We'll all be vaccinated.
Yes.
Nicole, do you remember the last production that you saw before the quarantine?
Yeah, the last show I saw live, a friend of mine had tickets to see Six on Broadway, and it was still in previews.
So fun.
Oh, it was so much fun.
That seems like a good show.
Yeah, and we were so close. We had great seats. Like, it's just so wild to think like everyone was sitting so close together and breathing the same air.
It's true.
Do you think that's one of the ones that's going to return?
Yeah,
after the,
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And also like, yeah, it's really good. It's just so catchy and like cheerful and like exists just to make you happy.
Is it? Wait, isn't it about Henry VIII's 6 wives? Am I thinking about
it?
Yeah,
it is.
They're so cool.
But like, it's not like a real history lesson, like it's like a pop concert.
Oh, okay.
And so
I would say with history.
With history, yeah. But it's not like serious. Like it's fun, it's poppy, but also like gives like a lot of diverse women like a chance to belt their hearts out. And I think people are gonna want that little bit of like escapism.
Totally.
I think theater's gonna have a renaissance when we come out of this.
Yeah.
At least I hope so.
I hope so too.
Because I'm desperate to be in I never went to the movie theater. I kind of don't ever really even like movies. And all I want to do is be in a movie theater and just watch people get their seats and argue with each other.
That annoying person keeps whispering behind you and you want to smack them, but
I want that.
I would like to confront someone in a movie theater.
I would like to passive aggressively keep looking over my shoulder and glaring at them and chomping my popcorn loudly.
Yeah. 100%.
I'd love to be able to confront anybody in this world without worrying about catching a horrific disease. Yeah. I'd love to be able to yell at anybody on the street without being like, oh no, are they going to be a psycho that's going to take down their mask? Or even just the people that are like yelling on the street corner that don't have masks on, which you're just like, I'm not engaging. Look at me, not engaging.
I think I'll probably cry like the first time I step into a theater again. I'm like 100% certain I will weep.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
I cannot wait for the day though.
Yes.
Yeah,
every time I see like a theater special or something like that too, or a fundraiser, I find myself getting really emotional. Like, I don't know how many times I can cry watching people sing Seasons of Love, but it's a lot. Like, it's definitely a lot.
There was a song, Seasons of Love is definitely one of them, but there was a song I was listening to the other day, and I was like, why can't I ever listen to this without crying? Oh, you know what it was? It was, this is stupid. I shouldn't have brought this
up. Is it the epilogue from Les Mis? Because I listen to it every morning now.
Oh my God. Actually, if I sang the epilogue to Les Mis, I probably would cry. But this one is Never Neverland from Peter Pan.
That's such a good song.
Thanks.
I don't know that song.
Yes! Oh my God. Kate, sing the song.
It's like, I know a place where dreams are born and time is never planned. It's
not on any chart. Yeah.
Yes, I do know that song. Okay.
Nicole, are you more of like a stage theater person or like a musical person?
Definitely a stage theater person, not a musical person.
And where did you grow up? I would like to start at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
A very good place to start.
Nicole, that's a musical.
That's
reference?
a musical.
I don't know if you knew
music.
That.
Yes.
Okay.
I grew up mostly in Idaho. I was born in Southern California and moved to Idaho when I was 9. So all my formative years were there.
And then did you do theater in high school or in your community?
Yeah, I did. I grew up acting and dancing. Like, I started dancing when I was 3. I was always such a little ham-bone child. And like my aunt and her best friends started this like children's theater company when I was very young, because it was basically like for their own kids to do theater, like, and also for other kids in the community to do theater. And so I grew up like doing those shows in the summers with them when I would like go back to California to visit after my family moved to Idaho.
What was your favorite show you did as a kid?
Oh man. Oh my God, we did Bugsy Malone.
Cool. Love that for little kids.
What were you in that?
I was Flossie Brown.
I don't know that show at all, but that sounds awesome.
Jodie Foster is in the movie version when she's a little kid. It's great. It's actually, I don't know if it's great. It's probably so bad.
Wait, is it a musical or is it a?
Yeah, it's a musical, and it's about like gangsters, and the entire cast is children.
That is so stinking.
That reminds me. Wait, tell us about something that went terribly wrong in like a community theater or like a young production for you.
Actually, I don't know. Like in those, I had such a like head start because my aunt and her friend were like the main leaders. But actually no, in that show in particular, like I just mentioned, I'm not a singer. I'm not really a musical theater person, and the vocal part was too high for me. And so my aunt was trying to like rehearse with me, and I'm such a perfectionist that when we were singing, I like couldn't hit the note, and I just sort of like broke down and cried.
Oh,
It was really tragic and difficult for like 10-year-old, 11-year-old me. But we eventually lowered the key, and it turned out okay.
that's always the trick.
I
That's
was
always
just
the
gonna
trick.
say that lowering the key was like literally the key to me singing anything ever.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
Except when we did Les Mis and I was Eponine and James Cunningham, the musical director, refused to lower the key for me, and so we just kind of dealt with it.
Wow. Yeah. See, that's setting your actors up for failure. Like, let them sing in a key that they can sing in.
You know what? I'm going to talk to him about it.
You should. You want me to write a strongly worded letter?
I'm going to call him up after. Actually, he was friends with my sister. I could probably get his phone number and talk to him.
Yeah, you probably would. I know he's on Instagram.
I'm gonna write to him on Instagram from our theater account. I'm gonna be like, look, it's theater. I know what I'm talking about.
Send him a link to this podcast, actually.
I will. I'll be like, you know what? Actually, I probably have to. Yeah, no.
Oh my goodness. You might have to take this part out.
This is unusable. This is all unusable.
Hey, James.
We love you so much.
And then did you go get a higher education in theater?
I did. I grew up doing theater. I grew up acting all through elementary, middle, high school. Went to college for theater.
Where did you go to school?
At first, I went back to LA for my first year of college and went to Occidental College.
Cool. Yeah.
And it was like really fucking. Sorry, can I say swear?
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Everybody asks that. But
and I don't think there's any part of Spit and Vigor that
right
again swearing.
Well, I was just doing this other like interview for someone that was doing it actually for the radio though, and I kept swearing, and I was like, shit. I mean, damn it. I mean, fuck, shit. Sorry.
The radio is not amenable to swearing.
No,
not the public radio.
So private college is really fucking expensive. So then I transferred back. I went back home to Idaho and went to Boise State University. And then once I graduated there, I moved to New York.
And what was that like? Because I am fascinated by people who like have the guts to move to New York, because I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, it was pretty wild because like at first I thought I was going to move back to LA because I had so much family there. That's where I was born. And then right after I graduated, I took a little trip to the East Coast because I'd never really been. I went to Boston, New York, and DC, and New York was just like how everyone is like, yes, there's just a vibe. I was swept up in the vibe and was like, I just always knew that I couldn't stay in Idaho. It's beautiful there. It's got a lot of great things, and the arts are definitely really on the rise, especially like a lot of people I went to college with now run theater companies that are doing great work. But 10 years ago, I was like, no.
We've heard great things about their potatoes.
The potatoes are great. Mm-hmm. The produce there is good.
But are they better than potatoes from anywhere else?
Yes, definitely. I would have to say. If I don't, then they'll never let me back in the state.
I heard that happens.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just like, I gotta go. I gotta leave town. I gotta go after my dream. I don't know. It's just dumb. So I saved up I worked a bunch and saved a bunch of money waitressing. I picked a date, like a random date.
Do you remember the date?
I do, because I moved on September 10th, 2011, and the ticket was so cheap that weekend because it was the 10-year anniversary of September 11th. But I wasn't really paying attention. I was just like, oh shit, tickets this weekend. I was like, I'm gonna move in September because fall in New York, and tickets were like half the price of that weekend. And then later I was like, oh, maybe that wasn't.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
We do not. Yeah, we don't like 9/11 here.
Yeah. And I didn't really know anyone. I knew like I had two people. Like I had like two friends here that would let me stay with them. So I came to New York like 2 weeks before I was planning on moving. to look for a job and to look for an apartment. Because I was like, okay, if I find a job, but I can't find an apartment, I have somewhere to stay. Like I had a guy who would let me stay with him. And if I find an apartment, but I don't find a job, at least I can get all my shit here and then find a job. And I got super lucky. I found a job and an apartment.
Whoa.
That is unheard of in
I know.
the great city of New York.
I was so lucky. I found an apartment. I flew in. I went straight to view 2 apartments, and I was really late because I made the mistake of getting on the wrong A train from JFK, the one that was going to Brooklyn instead of the one that was going to Manhattan.
That happens.
And so I was really late, but then I still made it to this viewing, and it was this little pre-war railroad apartment in Brooklyn. And well, because that was my second one. I first went to one uptown that was kind of ugly. And then I went to this one in Brooklyn. I got there like 9:30 p.m. And I like really clicked with the roommate there and rented that place. And then I actually was doing a lot of interviews at restaurants, and I got stuck here because of Superstorm Irene or Tropical Storm Irene.
What year was that? What
that
year
was
was this?
2011.
Oh, hey, it's going to be your 10-year anniversary soon.
It is.
Yeah.
September 10th, 2021.
The 20-year anniversary of September 11th. Oh my God.
That's exciting. That's also 10 years is when you're like officially a New Yorker. That's
right. Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, you're official.
I'm the real deal. Yeah, I found a job at this place on 7th Avenue South called Agave. It's a little it's a pretty big Mexican restaurant.
I feel like I've been to Agave.
They have bottomless mimosa and margarita brunch. So like,
I've been to Agave.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, everyone's been there. It was
terrible decisions at Agave.
Yes. So did I when I was working there.
It happened.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you've been a waitress. So waitressing was your first job to kind of finance theater.
Yeah, I was working there, and it was like really poorly managed. So then I quickly got a new job up in Midtown at this like Irish pub karaoke bar called Cornerstone Tavern.
Yeah, Cornerstone Tavern. Okay,
that sounds amazing.
And I had to their gimmick there is they do karaoke every night, and if you're a bartender on karaoke night, you have to sing and you have to host.
What that is like
fun.
Do you remember was it the Star?
Oh, like the Starlight Diner?
Starlight. I was gonna say Stardust.
Stardust, yeah.
It's where the waitresses I knew someone who no, I think you're right, it's Starlight, because Stardust I think is downtown. But yeah, they would sing for their supper basically.
It wasn't like as bad as that. Like I went there once and that was like really uncomfortable and awkward. This place was more like sports bar, high-end dive bar.
Okay.
And so I worked there for like 5 years, and I hosted karaoke and bartended, and I made like really great money there. But I kind of forgot, like I wasn't doing anything creative really. Like after a while, a friend of mine who was my roommate and we worked together there, Maggie, we started a sketch comedy group that would perform at the bar every month. So that was fun. Like we would do sketch comedy in the bar the first Monday of every month, and we started getting like a good little crowd. And
that is, you kind of escaped the trap of working in a bar and making good money, because a lot of people start working in a bar and then they're a bartender.
Yeah.
Because it's such good money, it's hard to give up, and you just kind of forget that you're a performer, and it's like you forget that it's just to pay the rent, and there's like a main focus.
Yep. Well, and that's exactly what happened. Finally, it was like 5 years in, and I like woke up one day and I was like, what am I doing? Like still working at a bar? Like I haven't done, like I'm not doing theater. I'm not like fulfilling myself creatively. Like what am I doing in New York for? And I just like decided to quit. Because
bartending does satisfy a little bit of that performance element, like you're the star of the show. You're kind of on a like swaggery pirate ship, whatever.
People love you.
It's very tricky. It's very tricky,
especially when you're at a bar where you have to perform. Like I had to sing. Like
that's almost more tricky. Yeah, that's trickier than a regular bar.
Yeah, it was strange. I love that you said that it is its own type of performing, because like I think that's what made me so exhausted finally. I was tired of playing the character of the bartender all the time.
Yes, bartending is very exhausting because you really do come home like you've just put on a show but it's like for 12 hours or whatever your
Yes, and then
ridiculous
you
shift
like sleep until noon. You wake up, like there's no time to wake up and like go to an audition or an open call. Like
is. Mhm.
I'm exhausted and
I
probably
think bartending is
hungover.
actually a very tricky paying the rent a job to have. I worked at an Irish pub. I actually worked in a comedy club as a bartender.
Mm.
And it was funny because I would, watch people go in and out, performing, but I was like satisfying that itch. And finally I was like, no, I really can't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a double-edged sword. And also like you think it's going to be really flexible, but they really do
No.
demand. They're like, you have a
Yeah.
set shift. And
Yeah.
where I worked, they were like, your regulars depend on you to be here at this day at this time. Like it was very frowned upon to take too much time off.
And nowadays, when you go to apply for a bartending job, some of them ask for your like social media and stuff, just to see like
interesting,
because you pull in people, you post that you're going, your bartending job becomes your whole life,
Yeah, it did, and I'm so glad I am not in the service industry anymore. Though I do I love bartending, like I love mixing cocktails.
Yeah.
Like, this must be so nice for you, Sarah, having this bartending job.
Yep.
Where you just get to hang out with your friends.
But that's why I keep it basic, one cocktail a night, and just that's what we serve. You don't like it, get out of here. Try to find your way out of all these curtains.
Exactly. It's bespoke. That's how you market this. This is Brooklyn, okay? It's a bespoke experience.
Yes, it is. We're right by the canal. We're a sketchy little bespoke bar.
The best kind. Do you remember your first audition in New York?
Oh man, I do. Yes, because I had just moved here. Like, I don't know, I had such a weird, wild time of like, I got so lucky. I got here. I didn't know anyone. I was so fresh-faced and naive, and in my
that is so scary. I can't believe you did that.
Like 22. I was 22, 23 when I moved there. And I was so naive. I didn't know anyone. I had my school didn't teach me anything about the business of acting.
Oh, yeah, because a lot of schools focus on acting as an art, obviously, which is what is important. But then marketing is just as important if you want to get a job.
I had no connections, but I did have one friend who I had known from an acting program in high school at the Idaho Shakespeare Festival. We were apprentices, and she ended up at Fordham for school. And then her friends started a theater company, Less Than Rent Theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And they were holding auditions for a show. Oh, gosh, I don't remember what it was called. It was like a new piece that they wrote, or their lead writer member wrote. And so I know I was like here in New York. I just arrived. My mom and I were at IKEA together, because she came with me to help me move in, and I checked my phone, and I just got an iPhone also, because you can't move to New York without an iPhone, because you have to have a map in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
So I had my brand new iPhone 3. And
it was an eternity ago.
I know. I'm at IKEA. I'm checking my email in public because, wow, I can do that now. Oh my God, email in my pocket, and it's not just a nuisance that I want to get away from. And I have this invitation from the director, who I had also met because when I was in New York the few weeks prior and got stuck here because of Irene, I ended up watching a Less Than Rent show at the Fringe Festival. And they needed help with strike. So I got in for free. I volunteered. Becca was like, hey, can anyone help with strike? You'll get free tickets to the show. And I was like, oh, I'm in town. I'll help. So I met their director, and then I got an email from her that was like, oh, we're having auditions. Would you like to come audition? So it was it made my first month here so magical. I show up, I have an apartment, I have a job, someone's emailing me with an audition.
That's cool.
And then I had to learn so much about what it actually meant to be an actor in New York.
I think that New York has a lot of fresh meat kind of like that because I know that I knew one guy who literally was like coming to New York to be in one of our plays. He had lived here, but he basically like moved back, and then he was here for like a month. He was just wandering around like the West Village, like around Stonewall, and he accidentally met like a drag queen who was friends with fucking Andy Warhol back in the day, and they happened to be doing a reading of like one of Andy Warhol's like original plays that he did in like 1975 with like the cast from then. And he was like, and the guy the guy that I'm talking about, he was just like invited by this drag queen to this like original fucking like this performance with this original cast of like Andy Warhol's buddies. And like I was like, how does that happen to you? Like, you are freshman in New York.
Only in New York.
That's true. I did not book that show, however.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But listen, the experience, man. People don't just like, come out of nowhere for us. We're old hat.
Yeah. In fact, I remember the first show I did book, I turned down. I'm still mad at myself about this, actually. I don't honestly remember what theater company this was with, but I had an audition. I put in the address in my brand new iPhone, and it sent me to the wrong place. It sent me uptown instead of downtown because I probably put in something wrong. I don't know. So I ended up in Midtown. I realized I'm in the wrong place. I'm desperately emailing these people. I'm so late for my audition. I show up. They managed to squeeze me in anyway. And then I like go to work. And then they do offer me they offer me like an ensemble role. And at the time I was like, I had just gotten my new serving job, and I had totally gotten suckered into that thing where the manager was like, okay, well, we're going to bring you in and we're going to give you these better shifts. Like, he'd just given me like better shifts, and he was like, but you can't, he made it so like I couldn't ask for time off, or I felt like my job would be gone. So I had to like turn down this ensemble role, and it wasn't paying much, but I'm still like kind of mad at
Are you gonna tell us that it's like it was like Sleep No More or something?
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. Like, I have gone through my old emails. I was a couple years ago, like I was desperately trying to figure out what this show was, because I was like gonna kill myself if it was actually like a really big show. But it was something downtown. It was like very downtown theater. I'm sure it was a nothing. But sometimes I wonder like if my life
would have been.
There is downtown theater that turns out to be.
It's true.
Kate, have you ever rejected something that you then regretted?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's good.
I feel like I usually say yes to things, probably more than I should.
I would say that is true.
Yeah.
I would say that, yeah, Kate is very, you take like a bite out of life.
I'm hearing an echo right now. Is anyone else hearing that?
No.
I was. I thought someone was maybe talking and someone's.
Is someone else in the bar?
Now
Wait, it might be the
now
accountant.
It's better.
Okay. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, I don't really say no to things, which is kind of cool. But I think sometimes then by saying yes to so many things, I feel like I can't always give 100% to something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking today, my new thing is trying to like genuinely break into voiceover. And there have been so many things that I've like been asked to do, or like step in last minute to do this scratch or something. And now I'm like, oh, if I had put a little more effort into like that product that was a favor for someone or something like that, I would have good material to put together.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm actually surprised to hear you say that you don't have like some kind of reel, because I feel like you're always doing stuff.
Yeah, but it's like, do I take the extra 10 to 15 minutes to set up the mic, the better microphone?
But I will say,
times I haven't.
I mean, sure, but I will also say, what's that quote from? Oh my god, it's a Woody Allen quote. Never mind. But it's something that's like, whatever.
Don't talk about him.
I'm gonna paraphrase. It's my own quote now. That like it's like 95% of being successful is just like showing up.
Sure,
and I feel like you definitely have had a lot of opportunities because people know that they can rely on you.
Thank you so much. This is really kind. I mean, I show up to the Velvet Curtain all the time.
I know. Yeah. And you've had so many opportunities through the Velvet Curtain.
So many. I've tried a lot of different cocktails. Sarah, have you turned down anything that you regret?
See, I feel like I'm the opposite of you. I feel like I turn down quite a lot because I'm always like focusing on spit and vigor. Turn down things I regret. No, I've definitely had experiences where I have turned down things like midway through the production where I regret having taken it.
Oh yeah.
I remember there was this one play that I was doing, and it was just like a short play, like one act play, and it was with these two guys, and they wanted me to play like the script was like this evil doll wakes up and kills people, and I was like, cool, I'm down. And then in the middle of the production, they were like, but what if the doll was like sexy? And I was like,
no.
you just want me to do that? I was like, fuck off, man. And then they were like trying to get me to do things I was very uncomfortable with. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go.
Good
Goodbye.
for you.
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't happen always, especially when you're new. Like,
yeah.
I feel like the first show I ever did in New York City, I mean, it was community theater, and it was like such a lesson in like I always say it was the difference between New York theater and theater in New York.
Explain the difference.
So like, there's some New York theater that's like, oh, that is high quality, like this is good theater. And then there's some theater that's just happens to be in New York or in Queens.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
Like, it's not good just by virtue of its location. In fact,
no.
It's quite bad. And
it's funny how much theater in New York is, just theater in New York. Like you go and you're like, how, with all of this competition, how did you people get together and make such crap?
Right? And who gave you this money?
That's the question I ask every day of my life. That, yeah. And can they give us some money? That would be great. We could have more than one cocktail a night. I mean,
yes. If there are any wealthy benefactors out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Not monopoly money.
If anyone is hiding out in the bar and has non-monopoly money, preferably American money, but we'll take other currencies just as long as they're legitimate and you can use them at a Walmart.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, like the pound is down, so if someone gave us pounds, it would be worth more American money.
All right. If anybody has pounds.
Much?
Yeah, because I just bought tickets to I bought tickets to the RSC is doing this like interactive version of A Midsummer Night's Dream over the internet, and tickets were £5, but I think altogether I paid like $7 or $8.
Whoa. All right.
Interesting.
Well, if anyone has any pounds that they'd like to contribute, we need another bottle of Frangelico.
Right.
And edible glitter.
Yes.
Yeah, it would definitely be positive if we had edible glitter, because I mean, you're definitely going to want to wash that down with something. Is there anything that dissolves glitter that we can drink after these cocktails?
No, it stays forever.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I know about glitter, it stays forever. I remember I had a teacher in high school that was like, ladies, well, because it was an all-girls school. He was like, ladies, I love the glitter. I think it's fantastic. It looks beautiful. It's all over my apartment. You have to stop putting glitter. Because we were literally putting glitter on like the cover page of our projects. Oh, and he had to take a strong stand against it.
Wow.
I think glitter makes everything better.
I thought so too, but I guess if you have a lot in your apartment, like tracked into the rug of your apartment.
Sure.
I was strictly a tea, dye, and burn the edges kind of cover report gal in high school.
Wow,
doing that as well.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. For like a history report?
For everything.
You were like,
did you really do it for everything? Because mine was specifically for a history project.
For history projects, for English projects, oftentimes. Like, okay. I did the tea, dye, and burn the edges more often than I probably should have.
I disagree. I think that's applicable to everything. Everything is old.
Yes.
I feel like the first play you do in person after this, you should come to rehearsal with your script.
Tea dye my script.
Yeah, and everyone will be like, cool.
I think that would be a really good like way to just like get into a character if you're playing like an old-timey person, like if you had a tea-dyed script.
Yeah.
100%.
If you hand wrote all of your lines. Some
should've-
people do that.
I do handwrite monologues. I do, and scenes that I'm having a hard time memorizing, I will handwrite the lines out.
I handwrite everything, but I don't bring it to rehearsal then. And I can't read my own handwriting.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a rehearsal script. That's for private use.
Yeah. Thing.
Yeah, definitely. I did a report one time for my environmental science teacher. We had to extrapolate how many people were in the school based on we had to like put little red dots of people like on people, and then we had to like count them and then like extrapolate that data. And I like did something wrong with my calculation, and I got that there were like negative 47 people. And instead of like looking at that calculation, I just did the whole rest of the report based on the fact that there were negative 47 people in the school. And I actually got like an A- because he was like, you did everything else right, but
that's bold. Actually, that's not the
possible.
scientific method, but it like, I don't know. Yeah, that's bold. I admire you.
That was the difference because there's a difference between not caring and not giving a shit. And I think that was me not giving a shit. Not giving a shit is like bold.
Yes.
Sure,
and like it's not that I didn't care, it's that I didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
Interesting. High school reminds me that I keep thinking that the last show that I saw before lockdown was 6 also in England.
Shit. Cool.
But it was actually our high school's production of The Sound of Music.
Wait, really? No.
Yes.
You saw it in November. You saw 6?
No. I saw 6 in December in Manchester, and we went to see The Sound of Music March of last year.
Oh my God, you're right.
So that was actually the last piece of theater I saw.
Nicole, me and Kate went to we've been friends since we were
I just picked that up.
Yeah.
I was gonna
background information.
And we went to the same high school, and we went back. You're so right. In March of last year, we went back and we saw their production. It was like all girls Catholic high school, and we went back to see their production of The Sound of Music.
And they did it when we were there too.
Of course. Oh my God, how was it?
So good.
Ugh.
I loved every second of it.
It was extremely community based. Like they brought in teachers to do they added a bunch of scenes, which I don't know is legal to do, but they added a bunch of scenes with like nuns that were like scene change scenes. Like, so when they were changing like the sets were beautiful.
It was like nonsense or whatever, or
yes, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. So it was very charming.
Oh, that's really cute.
I feel like I just had that revelation that that was actually the last piece of theater.
Wait, Nicole, guess? Because me and Kate, I think we've done The Sound of Music a few times in our like Catholic girlhood. What Nicole, what parts do you think me and Kate have played in The Sound of Music?
Okay, Kate, I think you've played Brigida.
That is so kind of you. I was really shy when I did it, so I was like ensemble, like nun, and then I also played a man in the Lendler scene.
You didn't guess man in the Lendler scene.
I didn't guess.
Nicole, like, I appreciate Brigida, and I did eventually get speaking and singing roles, but I was like painfully shy, like freshman, sophomore year.
I was hoping to throw you a Liesel.
I was gonna pin you as a Liesel, Sarah.
I think that I have never been a Liesel. I think I've never really been an ingenue, even when I was a young child, because we did The Sound of Music in my grammar school, and I was Mother Abbess. and then
she did a good job.
I did do a good job. I hit those notes. And then I didn't get my own bow, which I was very upset about.
Wait, I have a question though. Did they lower the key?
Fuck no, they didn't lower the key. Because listen, this was in the time before everybody was belting. I can't belt. That's my issue. So this was a time when I could go up into head voice and I could just, sing because I can hit notes if they're in head voice. Yeah. Oh, are you hearing an echo? I'm hearing an echo.
I hear an echo.
Is it an echo or is it like people talking?
It's an echo.
I don't think. Wait, hold on. No, there's nothing happening. I have like headphones on, as you guys know, because you're
here.
At me.
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah, it's how we talk.
Really rude. It's really rude that I just had my headphones on, but I'm just kind of jamming.
I would like to know, Nicole, have you ever done The Sound of Music?
I have not.
If you were in The Sound of Music now, who would you want to play? Cool. Sarah, I will ask you this question as well.
Okay, I'm gonna get ready.
Okay.
Gretel.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
In some weird adult only version. I don't know.
Wait, is she the one that reads?
She's the little baby.
She's the youngest.
Oh, the baby. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, if Spit and Vigor did The Sound of Music,
we will. Now that you've given me that brilliant casting choice, I like.
Yeah.
Adult only Sound
of Music, or maybe I would play in a weird gender bent Rolf.
Yeah, I could also do that.
A brown gender bent Rolf. I think it would say a lot about the character.
Did you know that?
Honestly see both of those though.
Did you know that Rolf in real life died?
Oh wow, way to bring it down.
I'm sorry, but I have to tell you, he fell off the mountain when they tried to climb the mountain.
Honestly,
died.
That's fine. He's a Nazi. So
wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Rolf was the I thought Rolf was the boy.
Friedrich.
Is that true?
Oh,
I don't know. We said it to Corinne when she played Friedrich, our friend. Oh,
here's a funny tidbit. So I'm in Western Massachusetts now in quarantine, and I like to buy local beers and stuff when I can. So I bought local. There's Von Trapp Brewing is nearby in Vermont, and it's run by the real Von Trapp family. They make.
Oh, I love that.
My God, have you talked to them? Wait, no, they don't sell it themselves.
Well, I haven't been to the brewery because pandemic, but the beer is quite good. It's just like kind of traditional German style or Austrian style brews. But yeah, I would sort of love to make a trip to the brewery.
There's a beer hall. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. What? That sounds amazing.
Is it the children?
Looking at it on my phone.
Well, hang on.
Phones are confiscated at the door, Kate. So you should.
I know, but they have a beer hall there.
I mean, I don't know are any of the children still alive? It must be their descendants running it.
It could be the children because if they were children in 1940. I mean, they'd be old, but they wouldn't be that. I mean, they'd be like 85, 90. No. All right, maybe it's their descendants.
Yeah, it must be the children of the Von Trapp children. But I bought it and then I was wondering, and then I looked on the can and it was like, yeah, those Von Trapps.
It was like, yeah, we know what you're thinking.
And then all of a sudden you started singing Edelweiss.
Also, weird story, my high school alma mater was to the tune of Edelweiss.
That's amazing.
That's weird.
So no one can sing it. It's like a weird key for a high school alma mater.
That we had that issue with our high school song too. It was like it had this weird high note. It was like the Star Spangled Banner where it like went up into this key, and it was like, what does everyone think we're doing here? It's supposed to be like widely singable, but no,
not at all. Sarah, what role in The Sound of Music would you want to play now?
Obviously, I would want to play the Baroness.
Oh, I thought you wanted to reprise your role as Mother Abbess.
No, Mother Abbess is no, please. I didn't even want Mother Abbess when I played Mother Abbess. I don't want my hair covered. That was the biggest nightmare. Covering my hair gave me, I literally think I'm still traumatized because I have a round face that I was not happy with yet. Like I wasn't comfortable in my own skin yet. And wearing a habit that covered everything that I thought was kind of cool about myself and only had my little fat face and my glasses.
Oh.
It was a nightmare. I didn't get any of the like pretty, 1940s dresses that everybody was wearing. I didn't get to put my hair back in a pin. It was
that's the struggle when you're not an ingenue, when you're like a character actor, like especially when you're younger. You never get the cool costumes, the fun, like.
I mean, only if you play like when you get older and you play like a sexy like witch in Into the Woods or something, or like they get sexier. But if you're young, you're just going to be like the old Mother Abbess.
Yeah. What's
That's
yours,
true.
Kate? Who are you playing in our Spit and Vigor production?
Obviously, it's been my dream to be Liesel, like forever dream. But I do like singing. I have confidence, so I could throw Maria out there.
You can be Maria.
I'm gonna shoot for the moon.
Do it.
Shoot for the moon. Land among the stars.
Yeah, I'll take either role when we're casting.
Okay. All right. Well, good to know. You're gonna be one of those people that writes in the audition sheet. Will not accept. Like, will you accept the role? And you'll be like, N.
No. Do you know what? I probably still know the Lendler though, so put me down for man as well.
We'll be like, she's Maria and she's also company. We're just gonna give her a series of hats.
It's a one-woman version.
Which like would not be the first time something like that happened.
Oh, actually, Kate, I would watch you do a one-woman version of Sound of Music. Nicole, what show could you do a one-woman version of?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I think I want to do a one-woman version of Angels in America.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, I know what that's the one. Wait, that's the Mormon like dirge, right? The like very very
Mormon dirge. Oh my God! Wow, did you just disparage Angels in America?
A dirge can be
gay Fantasia on American themes.
It's like 7 hours long. I mean.
Oh, it's so good though.
I've actually never seen it. I've done one scene of it in a class and it was amazing. It was fantastic. I don't know if
I feel like the movie version is really good.
It is. Oh, the movie version is so good. It's very well cast.
Streep, Mary Louise Parker.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll see the movie version.
Harper Pitt is definitely my all-time dream role, but if we're gonna go there, like, I will do all the roles. Roy Cohn.
The reviews are like, why though?
Why though? And here's the thing: you walk in the door, click, it locks. You're trapped. You can't go anywhere. It's parts 1 and 2 unabridged. I play all the characters.
That is meta. That is like really what who's trapped where in American society.
I feel like it's also a commentary on the pandemic.
Yes. Actually, it's in my house. You come to my house, I lock the door. It's me roaming through the halls.
And it's a limited audience of 5 people that are trapped in your house over a weekend.
It's immersive.
Well, that sounds like a nightmare.
This is why people hate immersive theater.
I'm here for it.
Immersive theater can be very stressful. I've definitely I've definitely been to a very stressful immersive theater production.
I do mostly immersive theater. Like that is my I don't know if you know this about me. That's mostly what I do.
But you must admit that sometimes
it is a nightmare. Yeah.
I've definitely been to I went to an immersive theater show one time that was not advertised as an immersive theater show. So first of all,
that's scary. No, that should never happen.
You are not prepared to interact with actors. That is not a good place for you to be.
No.
And it was also like I knew someone in the cast, and just knowing that I would have to interact with him as a character when I was like not prepared for that.
That gives me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. And like, badly done immersive theater is some of the most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's bad. Yeah. And I've been part of some bad immersive theater productions as well.
Well, you gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Do you ever find that if you're like interacting with a friend, do you ever break character?
No, I'm very good.
Great answer. Let's move on.
I mean, I think that is very good if you can do that. I have a hard time, like, even when I'm like on stage and supposed to be like pretending to have a conversation with someone, I'm like, oh my God, we're both acting on stage. Like, I cannot physically like not acknowledge that, like, to me, this feels silly.
Yeah.
And it's not silly. It's not at all. So, like, I would have such a hard time. I mean,
I'm like,
I was in a musical where I was a protester and I was like interacting with my friends as a protester, and I could not.
you gotta be like,
Kate, I will say this for you. I think that you actually, like, when you break, it's not really breaking though, because you kind of break in an authentic way that is almost like I feel like you stay in character though, if I may.
That is so kind of you. Maybe it's just like me being self-conscious, but it could be like a self-commentary of like what I feel ridiculous, so I feel like I'm breaking. Thanks, Sarah. That's really sweet.
No problem.
So Nicole, you're always in character, in immersive.
Yeah,
theater.
I'm like a Buckingham Palace guard. Like,
okay,
you gotta work. Like,
I admire that,
but I've also like done years of training for that.
Yeah.
So, and it's a challenge.
Wait.
Like, it is a challenging skill to learn.
I can't wait to then come see a show with you in it, and it is immersive, and you will know that we've had this conversation.
Exactly. And then you're gonna try and like really get me to break, aren't you?
I wouldn't do that. I think that's crossing a line.
Because then you're just the annoying people that try to get the guards at Buckingham Palace to break, and it's just like, come on.
Yeah, it's like they're doing their job.
That was like, I had a friend. Well, this is unrelated, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I had a friend who was a vegetarian in high school, and we were
okay, and similar to a Buckingham Palace guard.
Well, basically, it's like that. You have like a like you're just trying not to break a streak of. I don't know, whatever. Someone was like, oh, they had like chicken nuggets and they were like, you can't eat this. And she just took it and she ate it. And she was like, I can, I just don't.
Okay.
And I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. So like you can like break in a way that's like authentic, you know?
Yes.
Like, because like even a character wouldn't, if someone was being annoying in their face, like a character would still react to that.
That's the thing. Like as long as you're just responding authentically, but you're still in character, that's different.
Because characters, because even like a person on the street wouldn't, like if you met a character on the street, like they wouldn't, you know, if someone was being annoying to I already said this.
Yeah, they wouldn't ignore you.
Sorry, I apologize.
No apology is necessary at the Velvet Curtain.
It's time for us to drain the rest of our Frangelico vodka shots.
So
okay. I'm seeing a little bit of glitter in the bottom of your glasses, and you do need to down the rest of it. So
okay,
on the count of 3,
I'm ready.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, heads up.
Heads up. That was tasty.
That was delicious. Happy birthday, Sarah.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Thank you. You guys probably should get medical attention.
Okay.
So let's call it a night. And thank you so much for coming.
Have a good night.
Nicole, beautiful to have you here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Kate, go home.
I didn't say it. I did not say that.
The final bow is nearer than our first go. You said I'd be your mirror. What could I show that you don't know? All of your performances, and I can't hide all the tragic times I've tried.